Ladies and gentlemen, and fight fans around the world, this is All Access MMA.
My next guest will fight on August the 14th against Anderson Hutchinson for the FAC 145-pound title. And, of course, it is the Hard Hitting HillBilly, Trevin Croom. How are you, sir?
Heck yeah, man. I'm doing really good. How's everything going?
I am good. And as I was saying before we went live, it has been way too long since I've spoken to you last, upwards of 2 years or so. So it's great to have you back on the show, and you look well. And man, oh man, your squad down there of Glory MMA and Fitness is just killing it. KGT Dawson last night. I mean, wow, what can you say? Tell me a little bit about this kid.
Man, I mean, so he has been my number one training partner for, man, close to about the last year, maybe 9 months or so. We've been training every day together. Kid's a monster. I love him to death. Man, I mean, I've trained at some really big gyms. I've been around some really big stars in the sport, and I haven't seen anybody compete like this kid. Like every day in practice, you know what I mean? Like some people are going to have an off day and like be like, oh, you know what? I'll let you get this takedown one day. You know, this kid's never off. He's fighting every single day. It's ridiculous, man. Nobody outworks him. I am so happy for him, and I'm really excited for his future, man. I'm really pumped to be with him and see what he does.
He was saying last night afterwards, I mean, that fight was a catchweight at 150, but typically he's a featherweight. But he was saying that he wants to be a company man and he's going to fight at lightweight if the UFC matches him on a short notice fight, because it takes him a while to actually get cut down and make 145. How do you feel like he will do as far as lightweight versus featherweight? Do you feel like it doesn't matter the weight class?
I don't think so. I mean, I have kind of been thinking that like he'll be fine. He feels like he wants to be the bigger guy and like really wants to fight 45, which I mean I get that. I fought 35 and been the bigger guy, and it is really nice. But fighting up a weight class now, it's not as hard on your body, and especially he's still young. I imagine him getting a little bit older, he'll want to cut a little bit less. But I don't foresee it being a problem, man. The kid's a monster all around. He's probably the best grappler that I have ever grappled with. I mean, he's great. Like best controlling grappling wise. I mean, I've probably gone with some people who might have a little bit better submissions than him. Not that he doesn't have great submissions, but his control via his wrestling is top notch. And I see him being a champion within a year or so.
Wow. Well, we'll dive into more of your teammates and Coach Krause here in a little bit. But first, I do understand that you recently had a birthday. So happy belated birthday. How old are you?
Heck yeah, man. I'm 33 now. And I remember like when I was like 27 thinking like being 30 would I like remember having like a little breakdown like, oh man, I'm gonna be 30 in a few years. Man, I'm so happy about it. I'm just getting better at life. I'm kind of figuring it out. Yeah, man, I'm doing really well. I'm pumped for it.
So you're 20-12 now as a professional mixed martial artist. You're 33. You said you're feeling good. How much longer do you envision yourself doing this? Like, what do you see your future in the sport?
I mean, I plan on doing it until I'm done. You know what I mean? And I don't know when that will be, but I don't see it being for a while. I'm getting better every day. I feel like a lot of people get to my age and they stop improving, and they just kind of stick with the same skill set that they've always had. And that hasn't been the case for me. I've had massive improvements in the last couple of years, and I love this, you know what I mean? So, and I'm getting to the point where, I feel like I'm about to actually start making some money. And, man, I mean, I want to at least have another 20. I want to have at least 50 fights, 50 pro fights. So 50 pro MMAs. Like everything all together, I'm getting close to 50 fights, 50 pro fights, but 50 pro MMAs. And then we'll see where I want to go from there.
How do you do recovery now that you're a little bit older? I mean, you're still a young man. Let's get that right out in the open.
Indeed.
But how recovery now?
Man, I mean, I don't do like too much. I hurt more the next day. I tell you, But I mean, I don't do too much. Every now and then, I'll take Epsom salt baths. I'll take an ice bath. Very rarely. I mean, I don't do anything too crazy, man. I just work hard, try to eat well. I sleep about at least 10 hours a night. Like no bullshit. Like because I work manual labor too. I build fences and decks. So man, all that work, I'm passing out about 8:30. Normally. So a lot of sleep.
So do you make an exception on a fight night when you're staying up and watching your boy over at Fight Island? Do you stay up later on those nights?
Definitely. I think I went to bed at like 10 last night. So.
Yeah. Did you find yourself kind of like fighting through it to stay awake, or are you so keyed up when you have one of your teammates that's competing that you're just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed?
So unfortunately, when Tim Elliott fought on Wednesday, he fought last Wednesday, I fell asleep. Like I was awake for the fight before his. I saw him walk to the cage. I fell asleep. I woke up in the middle of Calvin Kattar's fight, and then I checked online to make sure Tim won, and then I watched it in the morning. Like, yeah, man, it gets rough out here.
No worries. I get that 110%. I actually had to record that fight card myself and wake up in the morning and watch it because I was gassed.
Yeah.
Listen, there's been a ton of phenomenal MMA fights so far in 2020. Is there one or two that really sticks out to you that you feel like might be head and shoulders above the rest?
Man, I was a huge fan of that. Wait, that was Usman Covington, was that this year? That might have been last year.
That was this year, but it was at the beginning of the year. It was a while.
Yeah. So I mean, if we're talking about this year, that's up there. Man, I don't know what's up with these refs. I thought Max completely won, but that second fight I thought was phenomenal. When was that Gastelum versus Izzy? That was last year, I think.
That was last year, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going with Usman Covington at this moment still, and I know there've been a lot of really awesome fights atually, but I think that one's still my favorite, just the hype between it, everything. I mean, there have been some savage fights at Fight Island. All three of those title fights were pretty good. I mean, the Masvidal Usman one, it was kind of boring, but kind of to be expected. I mean, with 6 days notice and it is what it is. But those other fights were amazing. Joanna and Wei Li Zhang, that was this year. And man, boy, that's hard to mess. Oh yeah, how about Poirier and Hooker? Man, yeah. Okay, all right. Forget Usman and Covington. I'm going with that one. Yeah, man, that was ridiculous. Yeah, you're right. There have been some really good fights this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I can't wait for whenever the UFC makes that rematch between Usman and Covington, because eventually that's going to happen. Now, yeah. How has this pandemic affected you the most? What has your day-to-day life been like? What has your training been like?
Man, to be honest, like, it hasn't affected me in the least. Really. I mean, there was a couple weeks where I wasn't supposed to be at the gym, like where there wasn't supposed to be large numbers at the gym. And we did some training in my garage and stuff like that. But I mean, I trained every day. I've trained every day this year. I mean, minus my Sunday rest day, I've trained every day this year. I mean, it hasn't really affected me at all, other than this fight was supposed to be in May. Other than that, it pushed that back, so I'm itching even more to fight. But I'm really lucky I got a fight in before the whole pandemic thing happened. Trained the whole time, really nothing's changed. I've trained probably harder than ever before, and I'm excited to see how these other folks have been training,
Yeah, no doubt. Now, let's talk about that last fight, because that was in February earlier this year, Bellator 239. You did win a split decision. Before the judges rendered their decision and you got your hand raised, did you feel you did enough to win?
I did. I felt that I did enough to win. Obviously, you never like that. You look at your coach. I look at James, who James just lost that 1-day fight notice, and the ref kind of screwed him. He fought Trevin Giles on the day notice, that thing, and that just happened, I believe, the week before. So we're like in the middle, and I look at him, and I'm like, I won, right? And he's like, shit, man, like I don't even know how this stuff works anymore, like. So I mean, yeah, that was a little nerve wracking. I did believe that I did enough to win that one. I looking back, I wish I would have done more. I mean, like we can always break down. I could have done a lot of things better in that fight, but yeah, I definitely felt that I did enough, and pretty happy with it, really.
How do you like fighting for Bellator? Or are you hoping that maybe you sign a contract with them and make a run at a title there? Or are you thinking, you want to bounce around and try other promotions?
Yeah. I mean, Bellator is great. Pay is nice. It's always nice to fight on a big stage. My main things that I've always wanted in fighting, like people are like, well, you want to get a title, and I mean, yeah, that would be awesome. But the main things I want is I want to make money. I want to make good money, and I want my friends to be able to watch me easily. Like all this old school, like downloading a link to like watch a fight that doesn't go through. Like I just wanted to be able to turn on ESPN and boom, there I am. That's what I care about. And yeah, I mean, I'll take the highest bidder. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I can get signed by the UFC. With a good, impressive win on this one. This is live on Fight Pass. I plan on putting on a spectacular show, and yeah, man, I think that'll be a three fight win streak, hopefully with 2 finishes, and I believe I can get signed.
Nice. Well, I want to dive into that right here in a little bit. But first, I do want to ask any interview that I've done here recently during this pandemic, I have asked everyone, have you gotten into any movies or Netflix series or what have you done, or what suggestions do you have for anyone out there that has a little downtime that might want to tune into something that you suggest?
All right. So, well, let me bust out my notebook. So I know it hasn't come out yet, but the Umbrella Academy 2, Season 2 is about to come out at the end of this month, and I'm really excited for that. I liked Umbrella Academy 1, the Season 1, a lot. That was dope. On Netflix, I just started watching the Kingdom show. Have you seen that?
I have.
I'm like on and off about it. Like there are things I really like about it, and there's things I really don't like about it, but it's pretty decent. And let me see. All right, so there's like no way I would have started watching this one on my own, but I came in like halfway through. My friend was watching the show called Dark.
Okay.
And it's a German show. And like there's no way I would have started watching a German show, but like I came in and my friend was watching it in the 2nd season, and I started watching it, and then I like fell in love and had to go back and watch the 1st season. It's dark, it's German, get it in English audio. It's pretty great.
Okay, all right. Well, I like those suggestions. I got one for you if you're looking for something new. I just finished watching the 1st season. I think there's only been 1 season thus far, or I know there's only been 1 season. It's called The Reckoning. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's about a police officer and a secret serial killer, and they live in the same town. And the cop's trying to find the serial killer. The serial killer is masquerading as like a high school wrestling teacher and guidance counselor. It's very good. The acting's good. I think you'll like it. So I do suggest.
It's on Netflix?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Now let's talk about Glory MMA and fitness and everything that's been going on there. Oh. Did you guys ever have to shut down during this pandemic?
I mean, yeah, we shut down to the public. There was a few weeks where there wasn't supposed to be anybody there except staff. So it's like under 10 people are the staff. So it worked out for a couple of us. But yeah, I mean, it was shut down to the public for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. And as far as like some of the restrictions and things that you guys had to do when you were getting in work and training, did you guys keep your distance, or did you have to get any COVID testing or to make sure you were safe?
Well, most of the training went down in my garage, like you know what I mean, like the hardcore training, and there are no rules in my garage. Don't lose teeth. That is a big rule, and it hasn't always been successful. However, this time we were pretty successful. No one lost any teeth. But yeah, I mean, in the gym, it wasn't there wasn't anything really going on.
Gotcha. And you mentioned Grant Dawson earlier. James Krause, well-known UFC fighter and head coach there. But who else has been around you and been getting the work in with you that you need?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, Jason Witt, he just got signed. Trey Ogden, he's right there. Trey Ogden, he's a great guy. He just opened up his own gym in his Glory in Overland Park. I've been going up there and getting some grappling rounds in too. Let's see. Anthony Gutierrez, Sharkbait. We've been training a little bit. A bunch of little savages, amateurs that nobody knows yet. John O'Brien, I think he's about to have his third pro fight. We have been training since Grant's been in Fight Island. We've been training every day together. He's a little bad kid. So yeah, man. I mean, we have a whole team of just savages. Obviously, Megan Anderson's there. We train together a good amount. Get a little grappling in. Yeah, David Onama. That kid's a savage. He's man, I think he's like 5-0 now. I feel bad not knowing everybody's record, but it's hard. I get hit a lot, you know. I know he's undefeated though. The kid's a savage. Yeah, man. He's fighting on this card too, August 14th, and so is Trey Ogden. It's a stacked card. I'm pumped.
That's got to be really beneficial to have a couple of your teammates on that same card as yourself.
Yeah, it's nice. Everybody's energy in the gym is really high because we're all kind of getting ready the same day, the same thing's going down. And I would imagine it's easier for the coaches too because there's less logistics. You know what I mean? You only have to drive one place. It's kind of a one-stop shop for everybody. So that I know that's easier for everybody.
Now, is Mike Breeden still at Glory?
He is. Yeah. Mike Breeden. Yep. We train a little bit. I mean, he's there every day with me, but he's a little bit heavier, so we don't always train together. That's why I didn't bring him up. Yeah, man. Sure. Another savage. He's got his Contender Series fight. It's in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the month. I'm not quite sure. Maybe at the end of August. But yeah, man. He's looking money.
Well, that's what I was going to ask because I actually just interviewed his opponent, Anthony Romero, and he's got a lot of hype behind him, and rightfully so. Coming out of Canada, a lot of people feel like he could be, you know, someone to really reckon with here in the UFC down the line in that weight class. As far as Breeden goes, you're saying that he looks money. Stylistically, what kind of a fight does he typically bring to the table?
Man, that kid can scramble with the best of them, and that's coming from a scrambler. Like I am really good at scrambling, and Mike Breeden scrambles. He has heavy hands, so I mean his stand up, his striking, he packs a lot of power in those punches. And I mean if it hits the ground, that kid can just roll and roll and roll. So I mean action packed. I would imagine he's probably gonna KO him. Kid's got such power in his hands. That's just me saying that. Who knows what I know?
I'm really looking forward to that fight. As much as I'm looking forward to your fight as well here. August 14th, we're under a month away now, man. Who will be making the trip with you? I mean, it's actually not that far from the gym, if I'm not mistaken. Who will be with you during fight night?
I'll have Grant Dawson and James Krause in my corner for sure. Yeah, man. It's a hard team to beat.
No doubt. And the restrictions and the testing that they're going to do, have they told you what all is going to transpire to get cleared to fight?
Man, no, I don't know yet. I'm still focused on beating some guy up. So no, I don't know. I know I've been tested a few times. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be going on, but I know everything will be taken care of.
If they give you the option to have the COVID swab up the nose or down the throat, which route are you going?
I mean, probably down the throat. It wasn't too bad. I got one in Vegas, so not a big deal.
No. Okay. I've heard a lot of people say the nose is brutal. Like it feels so weird.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I'm with you. Now this fight is going to be limited seating, if I'm not mistaken, right? They're only going to be able to fill the arena. Is it 25%?
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact percent, but I know that you can only have like 1,100 people in, and that includes fighters, staff, and everything. And I think the arena holds like 6,000. So that's I don't even think that's a quarter full. Um, yeah, very limited seating. So I mean, that's gonna be cool for the people who are there. They're gonna have the best spots in the house all over.
No doubt. Now this will be on UFC Fight Pass. Do you anticipate a lot of your fans that support you to be kind of tuning in at home and watching you compete?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I have so many fans from all over the country. I've been fought all over the world, really. So yeah, I mean, most of my friends can't drive to Kansas City to see me. So once again, man, this is what I'm talking about. It's easy to watch me fight. That's what I want. I just want you to click on the channel, and there I am.
Let's talk about this matchup. Where do you feel you hold the biggest advantages in this fight?
Um, so, I mean, I feel that I'm the better fighter. I don't feel like I'm the better all-around fighter. I feel like I have a lot better movement than him. I mean, he's really good at what he does, Anderson. He's a strong wrestler, stocky. You know, I think that I'm going to be able to outmove him and jab him up, dap him up a little bit, and kind of take the fight wherever I want. I want a highlight reel finish, so I plan on going out there and landing my jab, and going from there. I'm gonna keep the energy high, movement high. I'll fit in when I want, and you know, I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna look good while doing it. I hear they want flashy, exciting fighters, and I can do flashy. And my middle name's Entertainment, so let's go. Like, holla at your boy. I got you.
Do you envision this fight getting out of the first round?
I do, man. It's a 5-round fight. I'm in no hurry. You know, like I said, man, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna land my jab, and I'm gonna get my front hand popping, and I'm gonna move my feet, and we're gonna go from there. Like I said, man, I got 25 minutes. I'm in no rush, and I would like a highlight reel finish. So we'll take my time. You know.
Now, if all goes well, Kevin, and you get this win and you're healthy, you talked about maybe one day signing with the UFC, and you feel you're kind of on the doorstep of maybe doing that. Do you think maybe Contender Series could be a route for you to go next? I mean, they're going right back to Vegas and matching a lot of fights here for Contender Series. Is that something you have your eyes on?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, honestly, I think I can get signed. I think I can get signed short notice fight in the UFC. Personally, that's just me. I'll take whatever shot. I'm just asking for a shot. Whatever they want to give me, I'll do. I'll dance. You just play the music. Like, let's go. You know.
Have you heard any rumblings from your management team or James or anyone as to their interest in you? Like, do you know that they have their eyes on you?
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna finish this fight impressively, and then and yeah, we'll go from there.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. Well, always a pleasure talking to you, my man. Again, it's been way too long. Happy to have you back on the show. Before I do let you go, anyone you want to thank or any sponsors that you may have, the floor is yours.
Awesome, man. Well, first of all, I want to appreciate you. It has been too long. It's good to talk to you again. I obviously appreciate the support. Man, I want to thank my team, Glory, James Krause, Grant Dawson, Trey Ogden, Joe Wooster. Man, we have such a strong, good vibing team. I'm so thankful and happy to be a part of it. And I'm really excited to see what the future has for all of us. I want to thank Brian Imes, Lisa Gore, Staunch Properties, Hillbilly Fightwear. Yeah, man, that's it, man. And thank you again, and thank you to all the fans. Follow me on Instagram, Kevin Croom MMA. And right on, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.